Guys, I'm sitting here going through some videos. I'm trying to find something. I have it on CD, and I can't seem to find it anywhere. But I did find a couple of old pictures mixed in with the CD. This is my old Ford four-wheel drive van. This was what they called a Quigley van. Quigley is a company in Pennsylvania that does four-wheel drive conversions. And the Ford companies, the company that you buy the Ford from, the dealer, still warranties it. So they're dealed and worked in with a lot of different companies for doing the conversions without it bothering the warranty. And if there's a problem with their work, the dealer will fix it and then just bill them for it. So it's definitely a good company. I'm kind of sorry I got rid of this, because this van went anywhere. I mean, it was just a great vehicle. I'd recommend a four-wheel drive van to just about anybody. This is what I want to have done to my new van. However, Quigley won't do it because it's a 2013, and they don't want to do anything less than a 2016 or 15, somewhere in that neighborhood. So there is somebody locally that's supposed to do them. But if, like I say, if I had a newer van, or if I bought a new van, they would drop ship it right off at Quigley. Now, Quigley charges $10,000 to $12,000 for the conversion, you know, because they're not only just converting the front end and the front drive, they're converting the brakes and everything else all the way around, because there's more involved with a four-wheel drive than just the front end. But meanwhile, this was my Quigley conversion van, and that's it again. We had this house built in '92, and it's on a lake, believe it or not, and the house just got too big for us. And actually inside there was enough room for 3 cars in the garage, that 3 cars that I can work on them at the same time, and a couple of motorcycles. You can't see how big the garage actually is from the picture. Well, you can see some of it there. This is my wife's dog, Nicholas, and they were at a show. That's the handler. He's taken home a number of ribbons. He has since passed a long time ago, but he was a Great Dane fawn, and that's Nicholas, if you can actually see him. I don't know if you can or not. This is a boat. Let me see, where was I? Or where were we? Oh, this is my 32-foot Wellcraft Saint-Tropez, and this was in New York, and we were at the Chelsea Pier. Hey, babe. How you doing, buddy? Okay, this is the video, a couple of pictures that were taken on that video that I just put for Sturgis. Let me close this down real quick. There. When we were out up at Mount Rushmore. And believe it or not, the camera that I used for the video was a Sony Super 8. It was like the best camera there was back then. Back then it cost me $1,800. And I'll tell you what, the picture quality actually sucks compared to what's out there now for $200. But that's Mount Rushmore. And that's my Saint-Tropez again. We had this at the house. And that's my son, Bruce, my middle son. He's in Florida right now. And he's helping me, get it ready for the winter. We're getting ready to winterize it. As you can see, there's no leaves on the tree. This was inside the Saint-Tropez. It's a 32-foot Wellcraft. But I'm going to tell you what, it was a nice boat. It was well laid out. It was really a comfortable boat. It ran great. It held the water nice. And as far as going, it went when I wanted to go. It had twin 454s in it with 4 barrels. It kind of flew, but it was a gas hog. But this thing definitely was a nice boat. If I found another one today, I'd probably think about it. However, it has a couple of bad characteristics, and that's something you have to look into. One of them is caused because of the hatch. I may get into that someday, and I'll tell you about it. But if it's got the old hatches on it, like a car sunroof type, the old hatch, more than likely the whole top of this boat and the gunnels are going to be soft because they leak and the water gets inside. And this is looking out from the same boat. This is on the way to Devil's Tower in Wyoming. That's the San Tropez again. That's at Dock. That's here in Brantford. That was at Bruce and Johnson's. That's my wife inside the San Tropez. That's my son, my youngest son, who is no longer with us, on the back of it. Oh no, that wasn't on the San Tropez. That was on the Sundancer. And there we are, and there he is hanging out in New York, again at Chelsea Pier. I'm getting ready to go in, take a shower, get dressed. We're going to take a cab into Little Italy and have some lunch. Which one is this? Oh, this is our... This is our PC36. This was our Formula, which you can't see at all. I got a few pictures of it here someplace. There's my Harley. That was my Softail. I did all the work on it, the paint, the double squared lights. There's an antenna for a cellular phone on the headlight that you can't see. And right there's a little pouch, a leather pouch that I had made, and there's a bag phone stuck in there. So I had a cellular phone on my motorcycle. And that's Terry's Honda. And that was at, I believe that was down near Devil's Tower someplace in Wyoming. I'm not positive. That's my son, and it's in the garage on the house that I showed you earlier. That's my middle son. This is my 30, or ours. This is our 35 foot. We had 35, we went to a 36. This was also a Formula. Yeah, we had quite a bit of boats. That was the Sundancer. That was a 27 foot. I'm holding them like this, and you may not be able to see them. I'm sorry, guys. And this is the wife in the house that we just had built in '92. This is my wife, my motorcycle. Terry's in the back on his bike. And this was at Wasta, South Dakota. And we stayed at the Redwood Motel. The town had maybe 60, 70 people in it. There might be part of that in the video. And we were probably close to an hour, hour and a half away from Sturgis here, and about 25 minutes away from Wall. But we were getting ready to take off. That's me on that same bike. That's when I first bought it. That's how it used to look, and then I made it that way. So, okay, this is the Formula, the PC36. Where the hell were we? I forgot. Oh, we were rafted up at 3 Mile Harbor in Long Island because the Gucci brothers was going to put on a firework display. So we're rafted up with a few other boats that we all went from Brantford into Long Island to 3 Mile Harbor. And we're just rafting up at that point to watch the fireworks. And that's the same thing. That's the PC36 Formula. This was a nice boat. This was another nice boat. This boat wasn't a fast boat. Maybe 25 knots, maybe. Had 50. What the hell did I have in this one? I forgot. 502? I forgot what the hell was in this one. The engine room was a ladder. You step down, or steps actually. You walk down into the engine room. That was another nice boat, very well laid out. We lived on this boat for a while, and then when we went looking for a house, we ended up buying the Sea Ray that you see up on the wall. This is that same formula. Oh, that's my daughter getting ready to go out for trick or treat. Yeah, that's probably 10 years ago. But that's some of those pictures that I found when I was looking for